Welcome to Impact Tech Studio podcast, where we bring you stories of grit and innovation from India's startup ecosystem. I'm your host Arjun, and today I'm excited to introduce Deepak, the founder of Green Pod Labs, a company tackling one of agriculture's most urgent issues: fresh produce wastage. From cutting edge organic science to building solutions for Indian farmers and transforming food supply chains, Deepak's journey is packed with lessons for startups and industry veterans alike. Listen in as we dive deep into the challenges, breakthroughs, and the spirit of resilience that drives meaningful change.
Hey Arjun, hi.
Hi Deepak, how are
How are
you?
you? I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. So it's a good thing that we've met once, and I heard about you a lot from some of my friends in Delhi NCR as well. So thought
Great.
I should
Great.
interview you, get your story out. We've also opened up an ImpactX Media as a platform to just become a channel to get the right information and push it forward. So readership is growing, but yes, it will take its own time while we are spreading your message to the right people, which we have in our ecosystem. So
Awesome. Great. Great.
welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
We are from ImpactX Studio. The studio has an aim to give impetus to startups which are meaningful innovations. And in that endeavor, we wanted to reach out to you because your product is really one of the major, I believe, the problems faced by startups who are into agri business as well as agri farmers themselves.
you.
Uh,
True.
these farmers generally have, my understanding was that there is only the side of technology which is on the soil level or at the drone level to make the management of it improved, but then there is this approach that you have. So wanted to have let's start with the questions, right? So
Yeah.
please tell me the challenge that you are planning to solve for the farmers, and what is that you solve, right?
Yeah. No. Again, thanks, Arjun. Really appreciate the opportunity. Great to be here. So I think our primary objective has been to minimize food wastage and food loss. That is where we felt no one was addressing it. So India was growing in terms of production year on year. The fresh produce, like we are the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables. That's just growing on year. But on the downstream, the spoilage was like piling up. So right now, on average, about 40% is spoiled. And it's just keep on increasing and increasing and year on year increasing on top of it. So if you look at a country like US, so before coming to India, I was in US. So I did my master's in US. So I worked in US for a couple of years. During that time, I understood the biggest difference between fruits and vegetables supply chain in US and fruits and vegetables supply chain in India. The spoilage happens in US as well. So about 35% of spoilage happens in US, which is after reaches the consumer. Whereas in India, about 40% wastage happens before reaches the consumer. So this disparity was motivating for me. I felt like there's an opportunity to crack and try to solve this problem. That is where I started working on this. So I moved back in 2019. So from 2019, been working on this space. So mid of 2019 is when I started. So since then, working on it, trying to solve the food waste and food loss problem between the farm to fork supply chain.
Right. No, great. So let's start with the next question. I just
Sure.
wanted to ask you one simple question from the last conversation that you were having with me, which was about the produce and how you have gone into understanding a problem, which is 40% of the produce goes waste, and you have a solution which is an organic solution. So give us something. What is the organic part of this scientific solution? How?
Yeah.
Please tell me.
Sure. Sure. So this is our product. So these are the small sachets what we have developed. So what we do is we use a science called defense mechanism, which is very similar to a human immune system. So similar to how a human immune system can fight against different stress. A fruit and vegetable has its own ability to fight against external stress. So we use all plant extracts and plant polymers. So these are from different edible ingredients. What we use like corn, starch, and all those ingredients. Those are combined into a proprietary formulation. What we have built, so the patented technology, what we have built for India. So it's customized for each crop. So we understand what's a crop specific spoilage, and then based on that, we develop this sachets. So what it does, these sachets would release volatile compounds, and those volatile compounds comes in contact with the fruit or vegetable, and then that helps in reducing the spoilage. So it slows down the ripening rate, and it makes sure there's no spoilage because of microbial. And that's how we help farmers, distributors to
So is
extend the
this a
shelf life.
universal solution, or you can apply? Can you apply it to all types of vegetables and fruits, or is it? Do you change the product for each type of vegetable and each class of vegetables and fruits?
Yeah, yeah. So the product is customized for each fruit and each vegetable.
Okay.
Because the way a mango is getting spoiled is completely different from how strawberry is getting spoiled.
Okay.
So we understand how does it differ in terms of physiology and what type of. That's where our R&D comes in. So we spend several months understanding the crop physiology, understanding how the spoilage happens, and based on that we develop. So yeah, it's customized for each crop.
Right, right. So, how do you measure your success? How do you look at what have you done till now, and where have you reached in terms of
Yeah.
numbers, or how do you measure your success?
Yeah, so I think we are running a business. So end of the day, it is a for-profit company. So the top line revenue is one metric, but more than that, the metric what excites us is two things. One, how much of produce are we saving by using our product? What volume of fresh produce is saved by using our product? The second one is like what factor of economic gain can we provide for the customer? So those are the two key metrics what we track. Both are promising for us. So for the last 2 years, we were in R&D. So April of 2020 is when we commercialized our first product. So before that, for about 6-7 months, we were working with 100 plus customers. But on the trial basis, we were running trials on field and understanding the crop product and stuff. So April is when we started getting into large commercialization. So on average, we're able to reduce the spoilage by 70 to 80%. So that's a significant number at all ambient temperatures. So you don't have to use any cold storage, cold supply chain. So the product works at 35 degrees Celsius, 45 degrees Celsius, sometimes even beyond that. On average, our customers are experiencing at least 30 to 35% increase in economic gain. So that's the value what we can provide for the customers. So it's definitely exciting what we can do for the ecosystem. So we're just starting off and going from here.
So, are you into the process of patenting all these solutions that are coming in? Is there a way to get into the patent side so you have some more revenue coming in and more stability in your business in the future?
We already have a patent granted for India.
Right.
We have, and internationally, we have also filed it. So we're not looking at licensing the technology right now. The reason being, we want to do it in the right way.
Right.
So there's a certain way how we want to get it achieved. There seems to be an echo. Arjun. Is it good for you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. So I think licensing is not something we are looking at this year. At least for next 5 years, we are not looking at it. So we've been focused on building more products for more crops and scaling that up. That's where we are focusing on. That's how we're thinking of scaling up.
Right, right, right. So, is there comparable in your market for these kind of products? Do you see that somebody is there? Is there some fire in the market, or is it you the one carrying the mashal in your hand moving in that direction?
Yeah. No, I think there's there's no one doing similar to what we are doing in India on a cost-effective manner. So the competitors, if you look at cold storage, is the only competitive landscape.
Amazing way.
People who have cold storage and cold supply chain, but there are a lot of challenges with that. So there's a limitations in terms of like energy, capital investment, all those things in a cold storage and cold supply. So it's not extremely scalable as well. From what we have, like a sachet to extend the shelf life, there's no one working on this space. There are few people who are working on like an ethylene absorber, which is not primarily reducing spoilage, but it slows down the ripening rate. But even for those companies, all our customers have tried that product and they've not got any value out of it. Yeah, science-wise, we are pretty unique. Globally, there are a few companies, direct competitors for us. In US, there's about 3 companies who are like direct competitors for us. But they are focusing more on North American and Europe market right now. But yeah, no, this is where it is.
Right. So our audience would love to know more about your supporters in this journey. So everyone has someone in the back helping them
Yeah.
out. So give us give them a thank you as well as give us an understanding of who have helped you to reach the place that you are here now.
Yeah. No, I mean that's a great question, right? So without that support system, it's really hard. This is not easy. So I think top of the mind is our team. So especially my founding team member Vijay, who's been super supportive so far. So he comes with 13 years of experience. He quit the job and then joined the company. And then apart from that, we are a team of 13 now. So all the team members, huge support. They've been very supportive and instrumental for this. Apart from that, there are several ecosystem partners who have helped us, both in India and globally. So I think the second priority, I would say, accelerator called Rockstar. They are based out of Europe. Not just a Rockstar team, but the mentors in Rockstar, they were super supportive. So early days of our company, getting to understand how the business works, how do we build it from point A to point B, how do we build the teams, how do we take the product commercialization. So every end they were super supportive. So I think that's one firm and mentors within that firm we have great respect for. In India, we are part of several accelerators. So we work with NAM, Hyderabad University, IIT Hyderabad, ISB Hyderabad, and we work with like IGAR. We are working with NIT Trichy. So we work with probably like 10 plus universities in India. They've been super supportive. They are spreading the word, and IndyGram from Delhi as well. So they've been super supportive. They've spread the word within their network. And they've been connecting us with a lot of mentors. So yeah, great support for that. Last but not the least, all our investors. So we currently have IEN, Indian Angel Network, as one of our key investors. We have T1K from Singapore, that's one more investor, and Rockstar from Europe. They've been also backing us up. So these investors super supportive. Like getting things organized for us and yeah, shaping us up. And customers. So I think a lot of customers took an early bet in us. They were open to try a product which is very beta level. They were okay to like experiment and fail with us. So yeah, that was another strong system for us.
Right. So these supporters have also helped you with your value chain as well in all phases.
Yeah.
So downstream as well as upstream. That's a
True.
You've been associated with them. So it's been 2 to 3 years, right, of your existence?
Yeah. So end of 2019 is when I started. So about like roughly 2 years.
Right. So there is a labs word in your name, right? So majorly is your focus towards scientific approach to the product, or are you more commercial side? So just give us an understanding where your overall team inclines towards and how does it work?
Yeah, great question. So I come from a research background.
Right.
So I was a trained food scientist, and that's where I come from. So research is our primary focus. So that's our specialization as well. So developing new products, research backed, is what we do. But we call ourselves like focused on industrial innovation. So
Right.
we are not doing any deep research here. We are primarily focused on customer-driven innovation. So
Right.
whatever is the customer request, based on that, we develop our research and development. So even though our highest priority is on research, but we are driven by customers' request.
Right.
So yeah, so I think that's how we positioned ourselves.
Right.
So that's where we are unique as well. We understand the customer's pain point, and at the same time, we can give a very unique product because of our R&D.
Which is an
So
amazing
yeah,
thing also. I also believe that when you're solving for the customer, you are the most sustainable research company that
yeah,
you can be. I
yeah,
believe you're not solving for the customer and you're just spending on research, which tends to happen in a lot of places. I have seen that happen in my ecosystem
true,
as well, where the research
true,
is happening, but the end result is nowhere to be seen because he's just
yeah,
enjoying the research part of it. So,
true, true,
so it's a
true,
good
very
thing
true,
that
very
you're
true.
moving
I think
from
that's
the
good.
market
Yeah.
side, right?
Yeah, very true. And from day one, we work with customers. So just before even looking at the development of the product, we work with customers. So yeah.
Right, great. So another question would be, are you cash positive or are you operationally profitable? What is your stage financially currently? If I may
Yeah.
ask you.
Uh, yeah. I mean, we're not. So we've started revenue. We are not cash positive. So we just started revenue in April 2022. So that was our first clocking in year.
Right.
So yeah. So I mean, this is a scale business. As we scale, that's when the profitability will kick in.
Agree.
So 2024 is where we're looking at profitability. But yeah, so revenues have already started, but with respect to profitability, we're looking at 2024.
Right. Great. Great. So we've to end this whole quick interview that we wanted to have with you, we have always asked our interviewees one simple question. What do you think about resilience? Because that is one way of explaining to yourself how does it define to yourself, and it also helps us in understanding how the startup ecosystem of India is taking the word resilience. Because resilience
Yeah,
has not been the case for a lot of times before the start in the beginning of it. The startup movement was like anything and everything is presentable, right? And then everything is able to go to a place where you say, why is it invested into?
yeah,
And at that moment, resilience could have been a better thing to work on in one way. But obviously, if you did not understand the problem, resilience does not exist.
true,
So,
true,
how do
very
you
true.
define resilience in your own words? Give us one understanding.
See, I think resilience, from my perspective, is like sticking to your guns, um, no matter what challenges you're facing on the face. So you won't be prepared for every challenge what comes in, but sticking to it and making sure you have a bigger vision what you're tracking back. That is resilience for me. So having a strong will and yeah, putting together what best show you can do. That is resilience for me. A lot of ways I think the startups and startup founders miss out on a bigger opportunity because they're not clear on what's their vision and what's the problem they're trying to solve. At Green Power Labs, we are super passionate about the problem, and that's one reason why we were able to stay upfront and with all the challenges what we are going through and what we were going through before, we were able to pass that forward. So yeah, so I think resilience from my perspective is like having a strong will, and being passionate about what we're doing, and then just like staying up with all the challenges what comes on your face.
So, any examples? So, any example when
Yeah,
resilience was questioned in your whole journey, and then you
yeah,
passed it,
yeah. There's been several of those moments, right?
right?
Uh, we were on the early stage. So from 2020 March is when, so 2020 May is when we developed our first product. first
Agreed.
prototype.
Agreed.
So from 2020 May till like February of 2022, we were not having a good results with the customers. Like we were getting some sort of results, we were not getting consistent results. The customers were not happy to move forward with the commercial level.
Correct.
It was a very challenging period. So we had to stay up. So we had to switch our process and manufacturing already like 5 times uh, to
Interesting.
achieve what we want. Every stage, since we were doing completely new approach, and we did not have resources, both financially and with the lab and other facilities. We were not positioned to have access to that. So even with the limited resources, and on top of that, failing again and again and again, we just felt like this is a problem worth solving. When the customers are coming back, in spite of having the failures, we just have to go and do every best to fight back. So I think that's one big example. What I would say, which is like strong sign of like resilience. Yeah. So
True, true. So blessings to you, and wish your startup to grow leaps and bounds. And it was a
thank
pleasure
you.
talking to you, Deepak.
That wraps up this episode of Impact Tech Studio podcast. A heartfelt thank you to Deepak for sharing his inspiring journey from setbacks to breakthroughs, innovation in agri-tech. If you found value in this conversation, please subscribe, rate, and share the show to help more entrepreneurs discover these stories. Stay tuned for more interviews with founders who are reimagining the future right here on Impact X Studio. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep pushing for impact.